How's it going, guys? We have a ProTech today that was loaned in from my very good buddy Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods. Go check him out and use the promo code to get 10% off anything in the store. And he carries ProTech, Benchmade, Medford, ZT, CRKT. There's so much I can't really keep track. I think I need to make a cheat sheet over here on the side that has a list of everything that he's got because I just can't remember. But he's doing some great stuff. We've been really good friends for, probably 3 years now. So good guy. If you've got questions about this or any knife from him, or if you're just curious about a specific model or brand, call him up. He is just fantastic to just sit and chat with on the phone. And he's super helpful, super knowledgeable. And really what's great about Gil is he will just take the time to talk to you. Some other friends have just called him up and they've been on the phone for a half an hour just chatting about this $100, $150 Benchmade, and whether they should buy it or not. So he's willing to take the time to sit down and talk with folks. Let's dive right into this ProTech TR-3 U.S. Army Edition. Very cool. Nice inlay, which is just really smooth. I mean, you can feel it. It's not like, like on one of my custom knives that I've reviewed where you can't tell that there's a transition. You can feel the seam here. I mean, come on. This is a production knife, but they did a very good job with the inlay. So it's just a hair over 4.5 inches closed. It is a ProTech, so it is an automatic out the side. These come completely covered in oil. So you'll see a little bit here. I may need to wipe this off a little bit more because, but they come very well coated in oil. So when you first pull it out of the bag, it comes in the box, but then in a little plastic bag inside. It's pretty well covered. So you're going to want to open this with a towel of some sort close by. Overall length is 8 inches. The blade is 3.36 with a 3.21 cutting edge of 154 cm. The blade thickness is 0.124, really thin. Overall of just under half an inch at 0.493. And it weighs in at just 3.9 ounces. So it's really lightweight. Really disappears in your pocket. The clip works fantastically, actually. So let's zoom in. I can see that there is, I don't know if it'll come out or not, but there is some marks on the blade just from me wiping it down and not getting it cleaned off enough. You see some lines. That's just from the oil that left a little residue. So, but they did a really good job. It's a DLC coated blade, aluminum handles. Nice inlay of the U.S. Army logo there. This would be a good one for my nephew who, thank you for your service of 6 or 8 years over in the sandbox. Thank you very much, sir. The pocket clip works great. It's just a bent steel clip, but slides in and out of the pocket just perfectly. It's very well done. It's got, so they are numbered. This is number 37. I don't even think it says here how many they made total. I think ProTech makes 200 or 300 of each model typically. So very nice sterile blade, just the steel and just the ProTech. So I'm totally fine with that. A lot of companies are going to put like the designer's logo and made in the US, like just a bunch of stuff all over the blade. And then what kills me is when they put the model of the knife on the blade. Well, I already bought it. I know what model it is. I don't need that in there. So less is more on the blade makers. Deployment. ProTech's deployment is fantastic. This really feels good in the hand. I can feel the clip, but you're always going to feel the clip, guys. It's not a hot spot, but you know that there is a clip. I'm totally fine with that because you're going to feel a clip. You can choke up a little bit. It's not really a finger choil. It's a sharpening choil right up in here. I think that's fine. It does allow you to wrap your finger around, come up a little bit to get in for some more delicate tasks, more finite tasks. It does give you that ability, and I'm not really worried about cutting myself or anything like that. So I'm good with that. A huge finger choil is good because it gives you a place to really choke up and get in for detail work, but it also really shortens the cutting edge of the blade. So it's a give and take type of a situation, right? So let's do a couple size comparisons. Do our handy dandy Sharpie, the Spyderco Delica. I think the ProTech is really just overall a great size in the EDC type world. So here's the Holt Spectre. Basically, I think the Holt Spectre is just a tiny bit longer, but very similar overall. The ProTech is a little bit taller in, this dimension, but thickness is very similar overall. Blade thickness is very similar, and the feel in the hand is similar. I'm not going to say that it's exact, right? Because they are different knives. So let's go up a little bit to the Tucson. Damn, I got to write down this number of this one. 64, I think. It's not the 129. I always got that wrong. I think it's the 64, but don't quote me on that. And this is always just a favorite of mine. It's just the action. I don't know. It's the Red Horse Knife Works Hellraiser production series. How about the fifth 23, which I absolutely love. And one last one. How about the large Sebenza 21? Again, roughly the same size. The Sebenza is slightly longer, but similar in height and length. Much thinner, but overall very similar. So thanks to my buddy Gil for loaning this in. This is just really a really nice knife. And they make the same thing without the Army logo. For those of you that don't want that, there is a lanyard, not a tube, but just a hole milled out in the aluminum that goes all the way through, which is nice if you're into lanyards. I think overall it's a really nice knife. So there you go, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.